That made my dad do the thing that you've seen where he literally pauses the movie, takes off his glasses, and cries. He's laughing so hard. Hey guys, I'm Jack O'Shea.
And I'm Mikaela Pascal.
And this is Rank vs. Rank, the show where we each rank our top 5 favorite things about an exciting topic, and then you tell us who made the best list. Today, Mikaela, we're going to be ranking our top 5 favorite scenes involving the Marvel superhero Thor.
I'm a big Thor gal.
He's my favorite by far.
Yeah.
It started off, obviously, Iron Man was the first one. It was like, Iron Man's my guy.
Iron Man's the guy.
Thor movie came out and it was like, Thor's cool. He doesn't really fit in with the thing though, because all of a sudden we're medieval. Eventually though, over time, they realized that Thor kind of like breathe and assimilate. And then all of a sudden it was like, no, he's the coolest and the funniest.
By far.
Yeah.
Right.
Another!
Sorry.
I mean, we're doing it because Thor Love and Thunder is coming out July 8th. I haven't watched the trailer. I don't think I'm going to.
I think just go into a blind.
I'm going to start doing that with movies where it's like, I know that I am going to watch it.
It's like looking at the menu for you, and you don't look at menus.
I don't like looking at menus.
My number 5 is actually the scene where Vision picks up the hammer.
And not
It's a great
once.
scene. And leading up to this is also where you see that nobody can pick up the hammer but Thor.
Yeah, because he's worthy.
I don't
Or
know
earlier in the
if I
movie
will,
when they're all like kind of joking, trying to pick it up.
and not what you
Yeah,
are.
like, is this guy gonna kill us? Is that Paul Bettany?
So there may be no way to make you trust me. But we need to go.
That's why I love it, is because the whole room just kind of is like casually frozen.
Yeah, what does Thor do?
Right.
Like he's so good.
Like him just kind of hitting out his hand awkwardly. All right, like.
Right. My number 5 is from Thor Ragnarok. It is actually, Thor's in it, but it's the play that Loki puts on because he's lying to the people of Asgard.
That's actually my number 4.
This is your number 4. Okay,
Yes.
so we'll watch that one. This is a really good one.
Sorry.
When you see that it's Matt Damon and you realize it at first,
It's so like.
I'm a trickster.
I'm a trickster.
I'm a trickster.
Just the choir. Just, it's so jarring because you actually have to take a second to be like, is that Matt Damon?
Is that f***ing Matt Damon?
Matt Damon.
And don't get me wrong, I love Luke Hemsworth. Isn't there a part of you who's like, I wish it was Ben Affleck?
When, Lord, when? When's gonna be my time?
What's your number 4?
Okay, so my number 4 is also from Thor Ragnarok. This involves Taika Waititi's character Korg.
Such a good character. I want an entire movie on this character.
The New Zealand accent, when I hear something talking, I'm like, you're about to say something really funny.
Unless you're fighting off 3 vampires that were huddled together.
I really wish I had my hammer.
Hammer?
I should have put this scene on my list. This is
Yeah.
so good.
You rode a hammer.
No, I didn't ride.
The hammer rode you on your back.
It would pull me off
Oh my god, the hammer pulled you off.
the ground. It would pull me off the ground up into the air,
They
and I
just
would
need a
fly.
Korg movie. He's so good. Taika Waititi entering the Marvel Universe was
Yeah.
the greatest thing that ever happened in Marvel. It just made everything, it's like, hey, it can still be really good and really fun and compelling stuff, but it can also be really funny
Yes.
if you just add his sense of humor. It's so good. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is actually the scene in Thor Ragnarok, of course, again, where Thor awakens his powers.
That's my number 3 as well.
Really?
I just love Led Zeppelin, and we'll see what happens here.
But you never stood a chance. You see,
I just love
Yeah,
that.
the god of
I'm
hammers.
not a queen or a monster.
I love that it's like he's wearing a button down and like a.
He's very
little
retired.
cardigan. Yeah.
He's living in Florida.
It's one of those movie theater scenes where you're like chills.
I literally have chills right now.
Yeah.
I actually do have chills right
Yeah.
now. I have goosebumps right now. He doesn't need a hammer, he's just got lightning.
He's just got it.
I just love that scene.
Such a good scene. This is just such a good movie.
Yeah.
We should watch this again.
We should. I would watch Thor Ragnarok in a heartbeat. We should go through all the Marvel movies again. It's actually been long enough.
I know, we should go through everything.
Those are your number 2.
My number 2 is in Avengers Infinity War when Thor meets the Guardians of the Galaxy.
That is a fantastic scene. The Taika Waititi Thor
Uh-huh.
and the James Gunn Guardians of the Galaxy
Yeah.
mesh so well together.
It's-
the humor.
Perfect.
Oh my god.
Get it off!
It's basically just making fun of Peter Quill the whole time.
This is a man.
Wow.
is a real wake-up call for me. Okay, I'm gonna get a Bowflex. I'm gonna commit.
I'm gonna
get
commit.
some
I'm gonna
dumbbells.
commit.
You know you can't eat dumbbells, right?
It's like his muscles are made of Katati metal fibers.
Stop massaging his muscles.
Just him watching his hand.
Yeah, let's commit.
Are you guys?
I just love the
That's-
entire scene. It's just like emasculating Peter Pan.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
All right, that's it. I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna get a Bowflex.
let me get some dumbbells.
You know you can't eat dumbbells. Okay, my number 2 is in Avengers Endgame, where we meet Fat Thor. And there's a lot of really great Fat Thor moments. But
There is, really.
by far my favorite is Fat Thor going through history, basically describing Thor the Dark World, which is, by the way, the only Avengers movie I've never seen.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Paul Rudd's so good.
Where to start? The ether, firstly, is not a stone. Someone's called it a stone before. It's more of a... Oh, there she is.
Awesome.
Yeah, so Jane was an old flame of mine.
Yeah.
An old flame of mine.
Stuck her hand.
An old flame of mine. I don't know. I just love Fat Thor, and that's my favorite of the Fat Thor scenes. What's your number 1 Thor scene?
So my number 1 is actually a continuation of my number 2, which is in Avengers Endgame, where Thor gets back on the Guardians of the Galaxy ship.
The end.
We should fight one another for the honor of leadership.
Sounds fair.
Well, it's not necessary.
It's not.
Okay? Unless you guys want to use knives.
Oh, yes, please. Use knives.
Yeah. Not
Yes. Yes.
I don't know why it's so funny. Just to keep picking on Star-Lord.
Everybody knows who's in charge. Me.
But it is.
It's because Chris Pratt is so funny too.
Yeah.
My number 1, it's the diner scene. It's the first time when they're really like, okay, this is a Norse god in New Mexico, I think they're in.
He looks so young there.
Yeah.
This drink, I like it.
I know, it's great, right?
Another!
That made my dad do the thing that you've seen where he literally pauses this movie and puts his hand in his, takes off his glasses and cries. He's laughing so hard. Another! Just like,
It's so out of nowhere.
from here on, you can't do that joke again.
No.
This is the first time, it's really early in the movie where you're like, okay. And this is also where they start really being like, okay, we did Iron Man, now we're gonna connect
Everyone.
all the movies. All right, guys, well, there you have it. Those were our favorite Thor scenes. Do we miss any of your favorites? I'm sure we did, because there are a million, and he's the best Marvel character.
By far.
By far. Let us know in the comments, and let's get a list going on Ranker.com. Let's make one of those things. Let's add to it. You guys get over there.
Get over to Rankin.com.
It's with the
Vote on some lists.
Vote on some stuff. Up, down.
Goodbye, guys.
See you guys.